A mother's debt can never be repaid. A heart-touching story that stays with you. Some debts can't be counted in coins. They live in the quiet sacrifices of love. True love is never measured. It gives, even when nothing is returned. This isn't just a story about a mother and child. It's a mirror to every heart that's ever loved unconditionally. It was a calm and golden afternoon. Outside the window, birds chirped like nature's lullaby, and the sunlight poured softly across the tiled floor. In the kitchen, the aroma of simmering curry filled the air, where a mother, graceful and focused, moved with the rhythm of love, stirring, tasting, chopping, preparing lunch, as she did every day, without fanfare. From the hallway, her son appeared. He was just 8 years old, holding a piece of crumpled paper and wearing a serious look on his little face. He paused at the doorway, his small figure framed by the warm sunlight. Clearing his throat, he stepped forward and said softly, "Mother?" She turned, wiping her hands on her apron, and smiled. "Yes, my son." The boy hesitated, then lifted his chin with pride. "I think I should get some money." She raised an eyebrow, amused but curious. "Oh? And why is that?" "Well," he began, holding up the paper like a bill he'd written himself. "I watered the plants today, 10 rupees. I went to the store to buy rice and vegetables, 15 rupees. I looked after little brother while you were cooking, 40 rupees. I also took out the trash, 20 rupees. I got good marks on my test, 50 rupees. And I hung up the mosquito net last night, 5 rupees. He looked up proudly. "So that's 140 rupees in total." He waited, beaming, expecting payment, or at least applause. But the mother didn't reach for her purse. Instead, she knelt slowly beside him, her eyes tender, her smile unshaken. She gently took the list from his hands and looked into his eyes. Then, in a voice filled with both warmth and truth, she said, "My dear child, when you were growing inside me for 10 long months, my body ached, my back hurt. I couldn't sleep through the night. I couldn't eat without getting sick. But every time I felt you kick, I smiled. Did I ever ask for anything then?" The boy blinked. "No," she continued. "When you were born and your cries filled the night, I stayed up with you, even when I was sick myself. I fed you, rocked you, sang to you. I worried when you coughed. I ran to the doctor when you had a fever. I held you in my arms, praying with every step I took. Did I ask you for payment?" He shook his head, his voice quiet now. "No. When you took your first steps and fell, I clapped and laughed through my tears. You didn't see it, but for years I watched you sleep at night, just to make sure you were safe, breathing peacefully. I gave you my time, my dreams, my energy, without keeping score. And do you know why?" The boy's lips parted, but no answer came. She reached out, cupped his cheek gently, and said, "Because I love you, not because of what you do, but simply because you are mine. And love, real love, is never counted, never measured in money." There was silence in the room, the kind that feels full, not empty. The boy looked down at his feet. His proud posture softened into humility. Then, in a whisper that trembled with realization, He said, "I'm sorry, Mother." She smiled and wrapped him in her arms. "You don't need to be sorry," she said softly. "Just grow up with a heart that knows how to give, not to count." That day, the boy didn't get his 140 rupees, but he received something far more valuable, a truth engraved not on paper, but on the soul. He learned that a mother's love is not a service with a price tag. It is a lifetime of silent giving, a kind of devotion that words cannot repay. A debt so sacred, no coin can ever touch it. And in that quiet moment, his head resting on her shoulder, his heart beating against hers, he understood. Some debts are not meant to be repaid. They are meant to be honored, with gratitude, with love, and with a life that gives as selflessly as the one that gave him his. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs a reminder of the quiet power of love. And don't forget to subscribe to Whispers Within for more stories that heal, inspire, and awaken the soul.